fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Filling in the perimeter slots, it's Smart and Bane. Brandon Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Morant in at the 1 spot. And for Dallas, at 1 forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're 2-1 in the group portion of the NBA Cup. Win tonight is vital to advance.
This is pretty much do or die. 3 wins is normally what you need to advance, and 2-2, that's not going to cut it. Being at home should help them.
And then when you talk about the Grizzlies, remember now, this is their last group stage game in the Cup. They're sitting at 2-1.
So to advance into the quarterfinals, they have to win here on the road. This is a major test for this team.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Gafford shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Brandon Clark.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
And he can't get the first one. And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
And he sinks the second. And here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. And the rejection by Gafford. Washington against Jackson. Washington passes to Dinwiddie. Irving looking over the floor. And Thompson gets it to go.
Those high percentage looks are easy for Thompson. He's just got the touch for inside shots.
Outside, Bane. Back to Smart. Dinwiddie against Morant. Shot clock at 6. And the layup is good.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Irving against Smart. Thompson, a screen on Smart. And on the way from Irving for 3, the Grizzlies pull it in. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year. Morant with a wide open look. Rebounded by Gafford.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Gafford with the ball. He's covered by Clark. Gafford kicks to Washington. Outside Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Smart.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
And the dunk by Jackson.
I love watching Jackson on the receiving end of the alley-oops. He definitely won the athletic lottery.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. as the group stage starts to wind down, here's what the standings look like so far.
And I'll tell you what, how about the level of excitement this tournament has brought to the NBA regular season? Can't wait to see how it finishes up.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. It's Irving, top of the key. Good work defensively by Smart. And it's Smart with the ball for Memphis. Grant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Forget the long-range shots. Ja wants to challenge you down low.
R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And the first one drops. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
All free throws good from Morant. And this is the fourth and final game of the NBA Cup group stage of play for these two teams.
And both looking to finish strong, right? And punch their ticket to the knockout round.
Now, here's Washington. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And the rejection by Jackson. Just 4 to shoot.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Bain passes to Morant. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside for Jackson. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Jackson's got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Trailblazers. Dinwiddie against Morant. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Outside, Smart. And Bain launches it from deep. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Here's Morant following the score by Dallas. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Jackson finds Clark. Payne for 3.
And I love what Thompson provides at the defensive end. He is smart and tough.
Here's Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Dallas, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
That free throw good from Washington. Washington hits them both. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
To see the numbers for Clark, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yeah, you see he's been doing this all year. One of the best shot blockers in the league, always threatening to send it back in style. And that one's good. Irving.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. It brings him to 1 of 8 from the field.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Morant. This game he had 28 points. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And it's Morant missing. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to Indiana.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They were bricking, they were missing, they were airballing, they were doing everything. Brutal night shooting for them when they couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn. They couldn't hit the ocean if they fell out of a boat.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Outside Jackson. Morant kicks to Bain. Pass to Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Washington. Back to Irving. Tries the spin move. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Smart.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And both teams, despite losing games in the Cup, still have a chance. But a win here in Game 4 is critical.
Yeah, you want to get into that knockout stage. You have to absorb some blows and land some even better ones. It's not for the faint of heart.
First free throw is good. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Both shots good from the stripe. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
Memphis leading by 3. Pippen with it. 17 points for him last game against Indiana. Bain passes to Pippen. Jackson kicks to Pippen. Clock at 6. Pass to Smart. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the left wing. Back to Dinwiddie. Dallas moving it around. And here is Washington. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Fade away. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Buries it from three-point range. Bane's got 6 points.
The second Bane touches that ball, he wants to shoot.
Pass to Grimes. Dinwiddie against Pippen. Thompson. Craig T that time from Bane. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. 6-point lead. And good that time.
That's just sheer will. Marcus Smart wanted that bucket inside, and sometimes you just got to make things happen.
Here's Grimes. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. It's Clark with the rebound.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Pippen, the pass to Jackson. Outside, Smart. Here's Bane. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. It's deflected.
He has such a shrewd mind for defense. Just look at how Smart anticipates the offensive play.
Dinwiddie passes to Washington. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Mavericks. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And of course, Memphis. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And when you look at Memphis, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Now, here's Pippen. Scoreless thus far. Here's Aldama. Covered by Gafford. Making for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Thompson misses.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Bane kicks to Pippen. Down low. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Now here's Hardy. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. And just miss after miss right now. Memphis leading by 10. Here's LaRavia. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pass to Hardy. For the screen on Pippen. Inside. And Gafford throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Smart. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Outside Pippen. Pass to LaRavia. Over Morris. And it's LaRavia missing. Mavericks trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Screen by Gafford. Here's Grimes. Here's Hardy, guarded by Pippen. For the screen on Pippen. And that one's good. Hardy's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs. From deep three-point land, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Dallas shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. We've got Derek Lively. Irving is out there with Hardy. And it's Prosper in at the 4 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Morant. Pass to Wells. This one for 3. And Lively pulls it down. Now here's Hardy. Defended by Pippen. Now here's Hardy. Here's Grimes. The 3. 5 on the clock. Ja Morant with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kyrie Irving has teamed up with Luka Doncic. Kai says he's a winner. I'm a winner. We like going against the best. That's where we connect. It's about how we galvanize the rest of the group. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've failed and succeeded at the highest level. And I want to get back to that place. Kevin?
And if anybody can do it, it is Kai. Title or bust. Thank you, D.A. Here's Grimes after Memphis gets the 3. The shot, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Out to Morant. Back to Pippen. Beyond the arc. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. And it's an 11-point Grizzly lead.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
And finished off by Lively.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. There's a screen by Aldama. Here's Pippen. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Lively. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Grizzlies 4th.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. And the Grizzlies with possession here. And that one's good. Morant.
What a confident shot by Morant. Gets the hot pass and puts it right up.
Irving passes to Kleba. Here's the screen. Now here's Hardy. Guarded by Pippen. And it's Hardy with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Mavericks making the shot. 6 on the shot clock. Pippen, the pass to LaRavia. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Pass to Irving. Now, here's Kleba. Defense is right there. Lively the pass to Hardy. Here's Kleba. And the 3 off target. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. You know, Craig, the one thing you love about the NBA Cup tournament, it makes these early regular season meetings matter much more than they used to.
A win is a win in the regular season, right? But you can never have that taken from you. But you do have an extra layer of intrigue in these games with the NBA Cup going on.
That free throw, no good.
You know, Ja Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Edwards comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Hardy. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Smart comes in for Pippen. Good on the second free throw.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Dinwiddie for three. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Just because Dinwiddie's a facilitator doesn't mean you should leave him open.
Morant outside. Releases from the wing and drills it. Morant's got 11.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Grimes. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Smart finds Clark. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Wells. Misses the three. Mavericks trail by 9. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. His three-pointers off the mark. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie against Morant. Clark outside. It's over Gafford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The first free throw is good. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. And so Clark nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 11. Now Irving. He picked up 36 points in their last one against the Trailblazers in Portland. Dinwiddie for three. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Pass to Aldama. Over to the left wing. Wells kicks to Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Marcus Smart. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
And that's what you need from some guys on the team. Not everyone can be an all-star. You need glue guys to find that success too.
The first one falls. Several teams changing it up here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Mavericks trail by 9. Washington sets the pick for Dinwiddie. And he uses the glass on the lane. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. Here's Clark. The layup off target.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Dinwiddie dishes to Thompson. Back to Dinwiddie. Washington sets the pick for Dinwiddie. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 7. Outside, Bain. Kept alive. Morant passes to Jackson. That one misses. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Smart. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
First one falls for him.
Something that really speaks to Kyrie's talent is his ability to impact the game the minute he steps on the floor. The game changes completely with the ball in his hands.
Both free throws good for Irving.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Dinwiddie against Morant. Jackson a screen on Dinwiddie. It's Morant with the drop. Thompson outside. Pass to Washington. Now Irving. Guarded by Smart. Now here's Thompson. Lets it go with a 3. No good that time.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Morant passes to Jackson. Outside, Bain. Clark a screen on Thompson. Here's Bain. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Powerful move by a power guard. Bain.
Thompson outside. Pass to Washington. Irving with it. 6 to shoot. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Smart. Morant with it. He's covered by Irving. Morant against... Oh, with authority!
That is a monster finish. Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. They trail by 9 points. Dinwiddie is screen on Smart. Irving for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Pippen's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Smart dishes to Clark. Pass to Bain. Clark sets a screen for Bain. Over Thompson. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Dinwiddie up top. Guarded by Bain. And it's Washington missing. Memphis leading by 6. Smart deciding where to go with it. Bain for 3. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Lively, that's good. Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Back to Pippen. Bain against Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Jackson kicks to Pippen. Lets the three fly. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 4. Pass to Thompson. And here is Washington. Lively with it. Thompson finds Dinwiddie. To the inside. Lively. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
He's off on the first. No luck that time either. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, here's a lot. Here now is Dinwiddie. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bain. Grimes passes to Lively. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Washington. Pippen with the steal. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 9-point Grizzly lead.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now Jackson. After the missed three from Klay Thompson. Here's the teardrop. And it's Pippen missing. The Mavericks shooting 44% from the floor since they began the second quarter. Pippen against Dinwiddie. Thompson outside. Pass to Washington. Over Jackson. Oh, and he got the ball.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. Willing his team to a successful quarter performance, he seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. We come back right after this.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Memphis Grizzlies.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get in space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times the defense couldn't get back. That created all sorts of mismatches.
And now it's time to bring up the players of the month in the NBA. In the Western Conference, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You could tell that teams aren't sure how to defend SGA. He gets into the lane so easily, and he can also hit the three ball. Now, he's a good floor general, lots to work with.
Feels like he just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Dinwiddie. So on the floor for Memphis. In the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. The forwards for him, Bain and Jackson. And it's Clark in at the 5. Now here's Irving. They trail by 7.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And the defender is right there, but Smart refuses to slow down and just stays with it.
When it comes to the league's most physical defenders, Richard, look no further than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's someone that has no problem sacrificing his body. Whether that's taking charges or diving after loose balls, he is relentless.
And he knocks down the first one.
This is surely a spot that Marcus Smart has shown signs of being really good. He's definitely improved from the moment that he came into the league until now.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Look, Marcus Smart is the pulse of the team. He plays with passion and does whatever his team needs from him.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Washington sets the pick for Dinwiddie. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Morant scanning the floor. Spins. Converts after the nice spin. Morant's got 16.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Thompson outside. Dinwiddie a screen on Bain. Thompson the bounce pass. Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. 90 seconds now into the second half. Morant against Dinwiddie. And it's Morant missing. Mavericks trail by 7. Thompson passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Smart.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clever play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself fouled while in the act.
6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
And he's good on the second. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Washington. And here's Thompson, guarded by Bain. Gafford kicks to Irving. And he's good on the 3 ball. Irving's got 10.
how do you guard a shot from that deep? Well, let me tell you, Kyrie, he knows it's difficult.
Outside, Smart. Jackson from long range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Nobody near Irving. Another three for Dallas.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Dinwiddie against Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's gone 5 of 8 free throws shooting in the game.
Not sure where it's gone, but he's lost his confidence at the foul line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And, you know, he may finally be rounding into form after what's been a tough game for him at the line prior to this trip.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Both free throws good from Morant.
He's had a few shaky trips at the line tonight, but he seems to be getting back to his old self.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Moving against Smart. Washington passes to Lively. Ja Morant with the rebound. Morant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the dunk by Jackson.
Every team in the league, all 30, would love to have a player like Marcus Smart. He's always looking to set up his teammates and play lockdown defense.
Lively against Clark. Dinwiddie outside. Lively a screen on Morant. Here's Dinwiddie. Sweet little floater. Dinwiddie's got 10.
And nice slash to the basket from Dinwiddie, showing off that nice knack for scoring.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. Clark sets a screen for Morant. Clock at 4. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 10.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 10. Now, Lively. Thompson outside. A 3. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside Jackson. And here's Morant. He's got 19. Fires the 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Oh, Morant sinks the answer with authority. He's feeling the competitive fire after that last trade.
Irving against Smart. Grizzlies with the rebound. Smart's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bain kicks to Clark. Clark sets a screen for Smart. 3-pointer. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Here's Irving. They get it back. Here's Lively. The kick out to Irving. Over Smart. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Irving.
I love seeing Irving's work in the mid-range. Intelligent at reading the defense and recognizing when to take these shots.
Now here's Morant. He's got 22. Pass to Bain. Clark outside. Got a piece of it. And he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Dallas. And Memphis also making a switch. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Morant against Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Grimes. Over Bain. Shot by Grimes. No good. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Morant, that's for 2. The Grizzlies with another miss. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. To the right side. Here's Clark. Here's Aldama. Up top, Morant. Outside, Smart. There's a screen by Aldama. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter.
Look, and when Marcus Smart is hitting from deep, it really makes a difference in this offense. It becomes so much more dynamic.
Irving, he squares up and sinks it.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Outside, Smart. Back to Morant. Pass to Clark. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Second free throw, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Grimes. Hasn't made one yet. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by Smart. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Morant passes to Clark. Now here's Smart. Morant right side. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Morant's got 12 points here in the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Thompson passes to Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. With the teardrop. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Nice shot by Smart.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now here's Irving. He's got 17. to Lively. The Grizzlies pull it in. Aldama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Smart against Irving. Clark, a screen on Irving to the middle. And that one's good by Clark. And now an 11-point Grizzly lead.
Just an easy play for Smart. Sometimes a game is simple. You see open man, you pass the ball to open man scores.
Lively against Clark. Pass to Grimes. Bain with the steal. Morant left side. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Dinwiddie's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lively a screen on Morant. Dinwiddie for 3. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Smart. And it's off from three-point range. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Morris is checked in for Irving, and it's Hardy in for Dinwiddie. Grizzlies with some changes. Laravia's checked in, and Wells is subbed in for Smart. Mavericks trail by 11. Hardy passes to Morris. Dallas moving the ball around. And Thompson kicks to Morris. To the paint. Here's Grimes. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Now, here's Hardy. Guarded by Pippen. For 3. Hardy, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play.
15 foul. Well, one shot.
What's up?
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's a 14-point game. Lively sends a screen for Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Memphis with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Hardy is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Grimes in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Here's Harden, following the basket by Ja Morant. Shot from 12. Jump shot is good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Irving against Morant. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left iron. Mavericks trail by 14. Out to the wing. Now here's Hardy. There's the lob to the hoop. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Mavericks making a switch here. Kleba's checked in.
Number 42, Kleba.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Morant passes to Aldama. And here's Pippen. Pass to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Mavericks with the rebound. Lively's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Got that one up quick. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
And Irving is so quick on the pull-up, not giving the D much time to react.
Up top, Morant. He's covered by Irving. Morant against Irving. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Aldama's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Inside, there's Laravia. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wells dishes to Morant. Pass to Aldama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good from Aldama. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And both free throws good for Aldama. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Irving against Smart. Irving can't get it to go. And it's Smart with the ball for the Grizzlies. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And it's in there.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Spencer Dinwiddie. What's the news, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks gave us some information. He told me that although he twisted the knee pretty badly, nothing looks like it's torn. Well, I'm told it's pretty bad news. He's definitely out for this game and probably a lot longer. Of course, you never want to hear that, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. That shot wide open. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
When you play with stars like LeBron, Harden, KD, look, Kyrie has learned how to operate off the ball.
Irving against Smart. Pass to LaRavia. Memphis moving that ball around. And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Now here's Hardy. Guarded by Morant. Lets it go from deep. Hardy, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Washington Wizards. Then on Saturday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Now here's Hardy. He's tightly guarded. Here's the 3. Connects from three-point range.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Morant left side. Shoots over Hardy. And it's Morant missing. The Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Grimes. Takes a 3. Wells grabs the miss. Grizzlies have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Launches it. And it's LaRavia missing. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Down low. Lively the pass to Hardy. Now here is Irving. Guarded by Morant. Irving against Morant. Good. Irving's got 23 points.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I'm sure they wish they made this run sooner, but they've still got time to come away and steal this one.
Here's Huff. Pass to Morant. The teardrop falls in. 32 points for John Morant.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Irving against Smart. Irving with it over Smart. Irving can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Morant passes to Smart. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Just such a quick release there by Marcus Smart. You love to see that just catch, touch, and release.
And that one's good. Hardy.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Here's Morant. The Mavericks making the shot. A floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Hardy.
First personal foul, second team foul. Ja Morant, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Morant. And the Mavericks with some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. V.J. Washington comes in for Edwards. And it's Thompson in for Hardy. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Mavericks trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Grimes. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Smart. Clark the pass to Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Morant. Both free throws good from Morant. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 16. Morant against Irving. Pass to Washington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, P.J. Washington.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Now Morant. Clark a screen on Irving. Morant passes to Clark. Gafford with the steal. Here's Grimes. Guarded by Morant. Shot from 12. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
When you have the strength of Bane, he does not mind getting the contact to get to the line. He actually has a knack for it.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
Lock at 6. Pass to Grimes. Dallas, no good that time either.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Washington. Washington sets the pick for Thompson. Pass to Grimes. Here's Washington. Guarded by Morant. Fader on the way. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Now Morant. Here's Jackson. To the paint. Here's Bane. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bane's got 4 points this quarter.
Excellent job converting inside. Bane's guys encourage him to be aggressive down there.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Cracks in the tray. Washington's got 10 points here in the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Grizzlies.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Ja Morant. That one goes in.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
Irving against Morant. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Back to Morant. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 41 points for Ja Morant. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Grimes passes to Washington. Thompson a screen on Jackson. Gafford finds Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Fantastic at earning these whistles in close. Look, Kyrie, he has no fear when attacking any defense.
Kyrie Irving, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Here's Morant. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round as a 3-1 team.
And whether you're focused on the NBA Cup or the big picture of the regular season, early wins like these are great for your team.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Ja Morant.